New Radio Sports Network and 105.1 The GOAT, 52-0. Your score here from Almond Bancroft, joined by head coach Mike Peck after this one. And coach, obviously, I mean, we kind of talked about this one. This one, I think the film will be just for you guys. Some teaching moments, but I think at this point, just turn the page and get to Algoma next week.
A lot of it we talked about. We said we were young. There's a lot of learning experiences that happened probably previous before we even got here tonight, and some of the things I think we hopefully learned from that. For us, it's a new experience for some of these kids. I mean, we played 3 freshmen started on both sides of the ball, so it was a tough experience. We knew coming in we had a tough opponent coming, so it wasn't a shocker to us. But our kids, hopefully, like I said, we'll do some learning and we'll come back better next week.
Seemed like the big thing was, just the rushing attack that the Eagles brought, just bringing some bigger bodies and, for a number of times, just maybe being a little bit off their mark to make a strong tackle. And instead that turned into some big gains for the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was, the first quarter, we've changed a little bit of our defense. We worked on we're trying some new things this year, and some kids weren't lined up in the right spots, and when you don't line up right, it's hard to have the right angle to make the right plays. So a lot of that got cleaned up in the middle of the second quarter, but at that point we're already down 22 or 23, whatever it was at that point. So it's hard to see. We saw it on the sideline, and we grew from it. We got better, but like I said, we knew we're trying some things this year. Our team's not the team we have been in the past. We've been bigger and stronger than the other team. So now we're a little smaller and faster, so we're going to try some new things, and we'll go back to the drawing board, and we'll rework some things this week, and we'll hopefully be ready for Algoma next week.
Offensively, going back to the whole experience thing as well, for the most part, Beckett Johnson's the only one that's kind of playing in his position that he was the last time we saw you last year. Gio, he was a running back. You got a lot of new faces, so outside maybe even the offensive line, everybody else is kind of in new spots.
The offensive line, actually, they're all, Wyatt's the only one that came back that played on the offensive line last year religiously. Gio was a quarterback, and then we kind of move him around based on some of the things that happened in the playoffs, and so he's back at quarterback. So basically you got Gio and Beckett and Will Lisi are the 3 that pretty much know their position well, and the rest of us are learning. We got a lot of great first steps, great first, second steps, but sometimes the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth steps where we're not quite hitting it. And our kids have to learn that the play is longer than 2 seconds. It's a little different game than some we're used to playing. And like I said, it's going to be a growing year for us, and we're going to have to do some soul searching, and some of us are going to have to dig a little deeper and decide that we want to come out and fight hard, because the kids across the ball every week are going to come out just as fast as these guys from Almond Bancroft did.
Gibraltar and Algoma next week, Coach. We'll let you hop on the bus and get back to Fish Creek. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Tim.
You've been watching 105.1 The GOAT in the New Radio Sports Network.